Today, I'd love to visit with you, parent to parent, about one of my favorite Psalms that comes from 127, verse 4, where the psalmist wrote, "Like arrows in the hands of the warrior, so are the children of one's youth." Being blessed to have a dad who loved to hunt and fish taught me that one of the best ways to spend time with my boys was to go out hunting and fishing. In fact, my girls actually loved hunting and fishing as much as my boys did. But the best part about it was just spending time together. And it was a great place to help my kids learn to fly straight and true. You know, the best way to get an arrow to go straight through the air is to have a great sight and a great release. A great sight comes from preventing discipline before it needs to take place. And the best way as a parent to prevent discipline before it needs to take place is twofold. One, in building a great relationship with your child. Kids spell love Time. And the more time I spend with my children, the better the relationship is going to be. One of the best places to build a relationship with your child is finding things that they love to do and getting on board as their helper, their coach, and their cheerleader. When a child is asked, "Tell me about your dad," you want them to hear your child say, "My dad is my biggest cheerleader. My mom is my biggest fan." The other way to help prevent discipline before it needs to take place is to have and communicate regularly a set of family values. I think a home should have 7 to 10 family values that are posted somewhere in the home and then repeated during daily devotionals. Values like respect each other always, and then talk about what that means. We don't speak unkindly to each other ever, because respect guides our home. A second great family value is called "I'm third." In our home, we put God first. We put each other second, and we put ourselves third. Another great family value to have in your home is a family value that comes from Ephesians that says, "Be kind to one another." And our home is always a home where we are kind to one another. And kindness means doing anything that builds a positive response in the other person. But when discipline is needed to help the arrow fly straighter when the arrow's not flying straight, keep these guidelines in mind. First of all, discipline should be consistent, not sporadic. Secondly, it should be firm, not harsh. I remember one time asking my son Brady about his mom. I said, "Brady, what's your favorite quality of your mom?" And she said, "Mom is firm." And my wife is an unbelievable mom, but she is very firm, not harsh. But when she puts her foot down, her foot is down. And every child in the home knows it is. Thirdly, discipline should be congruent, not divided. If you're in a home of two parents, be sure that you're speaking out of the same mouth. And if you're not, figure that out behind the scenes so that your children can hear one mouth speaking. Be sure that discipline is concise, not open-ended. That discipline is finished when the discipline over, and then forgiveness is given, and so there's not a list of offenses that continue to build up and make a parent become angry or harsh. Forgiveness is the last word in discipline. And then finally, discipline should be calculated, not surprising. The kids should know clearly what the rules are, what the standards are. And just like the lines on a football field, the lines are clear. And when one steps over the line, one is out of bounds. Make sure your kids know what the boundaries are so they're not fuzzy. Fuzzy lines create insecurity, but clear boundaries create arrows that fly straight and true. I hope these things are helpful for you.